And hello again, folks. It is Kamikaze here to bring you more of Danganronpa. This, number 2.
Hey, if you know what's good for you, you better hurry the hell up and confess.
What's good for him? He can multiply himself as much as he wants.
I'll beat you half to death if you tell us now. But if you don't spit it out soon, I'm just gonna kill ya!
Just kill him right now! Then this nightmare can finally end!
Remember, he has like, what, 10 to the 60th power of them?
Violence is not allowed! This isn't that kind of game! It's a much smarter game, right?
No, not really.
What game? This game is already over!
This game is over? No! I'm not gonna let you finish yet! There's no way this can end before I've even transformed!
This isn't even my final form!
Transform?
A transformation is customary in a final boss battle, right? You know, like that one role-playing game?
Which one? A lot of them.
You know what game I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Final Fantasy, blah blah blah.
Don't say it!
Now then, allow me to show you. I'll skip the second and third forms and go straight to my final form!
Like Frieza. And I just ended the freaking last video with Danganronpa Z, which is weirdly coincidental.
You better not be bluffing. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you and pull all your stuffing out.
Can I comment on that too? Yep. For special effects. What? I have a bad feeling about this. I would too, but then again, I wouldn't be digital. Like inside my brain is burning, sizzling. A really, really bad feeling.
Now then, make sure you burn this ginormous despair you're about to see into your memories!
You know, I'm also having a feeling that this isn't going to be as epic as he's making it sound. Because the more this goes on, the less I'm expecting out of this.
I'm gonna die!
Good. Just imagine him exploding into fluff. And what do we have here? Oh, look, Junko. Wait, what? Hello, boobs. That was unexpected. Oh my god, it's like the Sephiroth fight kind of thing.
What? What's going on?
Am I hallucinating?
I know anything goes here, but this is clearly not fucking okay!
I see. So that's your reaction to seeing an extra-large high school girl. But are they really that big? Don't you think they're pretty small?
They're okay sized. And we weren't talking about that.
She's huge! She's way too huge!
I think yours are bigger, by a lot.
But the final boss in a certain action game is much bigger. You know, that game, Kniferella.
She said it anyway.
I
And it
see,
just focuses on her
I see.
chest.
An estimated bust size of 15 meters, huh? My boobs are hopelessly huge. Hey, want me to squish you in between them? Big boobs feel good, you know.
Wow. But the thing is, it's like Monokuma talking, so it seems really unappealing.
I get fucking crushed!
Yeah, but you'd enjoy it. You know you would.
If this was a pandering fan service game full of pretty girls, there'd be a CG close-up of my cleavage. But too bad, this isn't a fan service game. Of course, since it's not an action game either. You won't even get to experience the refreshing sensation of battling an enormous final boss. So fucking hopeless!
This is Monokuma's true identity?
We have to deal with this thing?
You know, it could just delete us at any point. I'm not exactly
I'm
sure.
shocked you'd call me this thing. Oh, you're so mean.
I want to punt her in the face.
Is it just me, or did her personality change?
I get easily bored of my personality. Like, I already got bored of my personality who gets easily bored. And that's when Fuyuhiko would say, "It's too damn soon to say you got bored, right?"
Wait, what?
What?
I have plenty of data on you guys, so it's so easy for me to know what you're all thinking. You are not bored at all.
Technically, couldn't she read our minds because we're digital?
I got bored of getting bored. Jeez. Even when I'm dead, I still get bored. This sucks.
Even when you're dead? Does that mean... Is this person's true identity? Obviously, because we played the first game.
I see.
I played the first game halfway through this game.
Are you Junko Enoshima? Did you say Junko Enoshima? Isn't she dead?
It's true. I did end up dying the last time. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to go so fast. I couldn't help it, you know? It was my first time. Jeez, stupid. You're the one who made me go.
That just... What?
And why is someone who died here right now?
Do you guys know about an artificial intelligence called alter ego?
Yeah. Huh?
Exuberance! We are now an AI! We have transcended humanity!
What AI? Stop saying all this crazy bullshit.
It's not. We already talked to Alter Ego earlier.
You see, my personality is like this because I'm the type who dies easily, right? That's why I made my own AI program while I was still alive. And then someone uploaded me into this Neo World program.
So she's fucking with us again, like the last game.
And that's how Alter Ego Junko hopelessly appeared in front of you guys.
That's insane! This insane bitch is Junko. He actually said bitch. Impressive. She's responsible for everything. The destruction of Hope Speak Academy, the destruction of the world, the one who took over the Neo World program and forced us to kill each other? It was all this bitch is doing? It's funny. Him saying bitch is funny. Even so, what am I supposed to do? Even if we know she's Junko.
Don't get cautious and think stuff like, what can we do? I mean, we're all ultimate despair here. Each and every one of our classmates looked at us like we're a bunch of loogies on the side of the road. So, let's all be friends!
Hell no!
Man, they hate me. And I was thinking of you guys when I tampered with the graduation program. But they still hate me.
Huh?
Tampered with the graduation program?
Remember what that fake Makoto said earlier? About what happens to you when you graduate, right? I feel like you guys weren't getting a big enough reward for graduating. So, I decided to modify what happens so it's something exciting and unique. Just like a game.
You could just make us graduate. It's a fucking program.
Uploading your game memories into your real bodies is fine, but letting your friends stay dead just sucks.
What? Wait, what? So if we stay in here, the friends stay dead. But if we graduate, we lose our memories, and everyone comes back alive.
That's why I decided to resurrect them. This is the new graduation program I'm offering.
Something seems fishy with this by like a billion miles. And I'm not feeling like I should trust her at all.
Resurrect? Hey, are you serious? Can you really do that?
It was like real hard, you know?
What the fuck kind of personality is that?
The graduation program is the core part of this game, so it was protected with a lot of encrypted codes. It took me a long time. I felt so much despair about how useless I am. Well, one advantage of being an AI is that I got smarter with computers. Before that, every time a computer froze, I used to put it in the microwave and nuke it.
I'd like to see that. That seems like an entertaining thing to do. If I had a big enough microwave, I might do that, just for the sake of it. You know, that's probably a hazard, but still it'd be fun to watch. Do it outside, slow motion like.
Show of hands, class. How long do you think it took for me to modify it?
I don't know, maybe 5 seconds?
Who cares about that? Are you serious when you say that everyone who died will come back to life?
Did you forget? You gotta answer questions to progress the story. By the way, I'll give you a clue. You guys were always watching time slip away at a certain place.
Wait, so it took... How many days was it? 7 days? Was it 7 days? It took that long?
So you're not gonna tell us until we answer that?
It was the bomb and the... We're completely at her mercy. But if we can't progress unless we answer, we have no choice but to answer. How long it took Junko to modify the graduation program? She said we were watching how long it took. Think about it, smart one! So, the certain place was... Jabberwock
I
Park.
see. The countdown at Jabberwock Park. That's the only place we can think of. That's the only place we consistently watch that has anything to do with time.
I don't remember how many days
Then
it
that
was.
countdown represented the time that was needed to modify the program.
How brilliantly wrong! You're totally wrong about that tricky timer.
Wait, what?
Wrong? Then what was it?
How should I put this? I was just goofing around.
What?
I mean, isn't stuff you don't understand exciting even though you don't get it? It's kind of like superhero cosplayers or someone else's designs of alien life and stuff, right? It was just for show? In the end, it was meaningless. Does that fill you with despair? Like getting booted from a game server? You know those murder mysteries where the culprit is really the detective who's investigating the murder?
No.
Well, I'm so over predictable crap like that. Just what did you expect at this stage of the game?
She's seriously messed up.
And you're getting that now.
Well, in a way, the countdown implied I was on a mission. Did you ever make up your own silly rules, like don't step off the white line when you cross the road?
Yeah, I think every kid did that.
I was testing myself to see if I could get you guys into the graduation program before the timer reached 0.
Enough. Please stop.
Don't be so disappointed. It's totally true. I had a hard time manipulating the program. While you guys were at the beach making wrinkly dog faces, I was working so hard on my own, you know?
Hey, enough of this pointless crap! Are you seriously going to resurrect everyone who died?
Like I said, it's easy. It's just a game after all.
Just a game?
Yeah. Each and everything that happened in this world was just an event within the game. There's no way anything that occurred in the game could affect the real world.
Wait, so you're pretty much saying that we can't go back into the real world because then we'd be affecting the real world, so you're full of crap. That doesn't make any sense.
What you're saying now is completely different from what you said before. You said whether or not it's alive, the moment you feel something is real, it becomes real.
The game where you throw my words back at me is over. So you don't really have to worry about it.
Fine. I won't worry about it. Hey, who fucking cares about logic? As long as everyone who died comes back to life, that's good enough.
But if we do not understand the principles behind it, then we do not even know if it is really possible.
But then again, don't even know that they would lose their memories. There's no guarantee of that at this point. They could just retain their despair memories and continue being a part of despair. I mean, I keep saying we may be already dead in the outside world. For all we know.
Anything goes in this world. You've seen that happen so many times already, right?
Well, if a high school girl can get huge, then it's not crazy if the dead can come back to life, right?
If she's saying that's how she tampered with a computer program, how are we supposed to respond to that?
I mean, bring someone back into here. Bring all the other 10 people back in here. 11 people, including Chiaki.
That's right. That's why you should finish this game and go back to living a normal life in the real world.
There's some ridiculous catch. There has
If we
to
go
be.
back, what do you get out of it? What benefit do you get by making us return to the real world? As long as we don't know what it is.
Man, so annoying. You're so petty. It's not like you're a housewife living on a tight budget. All I want is to put on this graduation performance in a more dramatic way.
Yeah, I don't think it's that simple, bitch.
Well, if you doubt me, you don't have to go back. Is that what you want? Not to go back?
You can make both buttons do the same damn thing.
Oh, hold on a sec. We're obviously going to get out of here. If it'll bring our dead friends back, it's all we can do.
Of course! We've been working toward that goal for, like, forever!
Because we had that goal, we were able to endure those killings.
Plus everyone can go back together. So there's no reason to hesitate.
There has to be something hidden. There has to be something that we're not being told.
You are right. There is no way we can choose to stay here after all we've been through.
Just as expected from the winners of this killing school trip, your will to live is truly ultimate. Wonderful. That's just more reason for you to execute your role as devices.
Wait, what? Devices?
Okay, now let's stop stalling for time with exposition and hurry up and do it. Now then, why don't you guys just go ahead and answer with the touch panel that's in front of you?
So it says repeat. Repeat. Could that possibly mean everyone comes back alive and we start at the beginning again? It may, like, purge this virus from this computer? Like, you know, like a factory reset? Because if we graduate, maybe it leaves her here, which gives her access to so much more. I mean, nah, it can't be that.
I'm gonna do it. I'm seriously gonna do it. If you don't hurry up, I'm seriously really gonna do it.
As she's drooling, what is she gonna do?
You don't have to say, who are you talking to? It doesn't concern a chump like you, Hajime.
Wait, why is she singling me out?
Chump? Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be over once we press this.
Honestly, I think it's time to hit repeat.
So we just have to press graduate,
Because they can't really do much more of a killing school with only 5 people. And that wouldn't make much sense, because if there's one person left and they keep hitting repeat, the only way... I mean, they could either graduate or repeat. Graduate or repeat. I mean, it seems like it doesn't make any sense to not go, but we're edging so much to graduate. No. Worst case scenario, they repeat, and these 5 people may end up trying to kill each other again. Or after all this, I don't know if these 5 people would even try to do that. My brain is like using all of my threads.
If we do that, we can go home, right?
I don't think there's much of a home to go back to. Apparently, we all killed our parents. You can go back. With this, I can finally go back. He's right. With this, we can finally go back. This will be the end. And our friends who died will be saved. That's way beyond what we expected. Then, safe to say it's a good ending, right? Yeah? Honestly, you mean you're forcing me to graduate? There's something wrong here!
I got it! Don't press it! This is Junko's trap!
Yeah, no shit! Why do you think I was trying not to press it? Thanks, Makoto.
What the heck? That guy from earlier is back again.
The real
It's
one.
not again. This time, it's the real one.
Real? I'm Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi of the Future Foundation.
This guy is the real Makoto? Then this is the guy I spoke to.
I'm sorry I'm late. I actually wanted to come rescue you sooner, but thanks to the virus infecting the Neo World program, I wasn't able to enter.
Just when the chumps are in a pinch, he's suddenly able to enter for reasons unknown. And thus, the main character gallantly appears.
I know a third one's out, and I'm wondering how she's gonna be involved, because it seems like that's how this is gonna go.
So cruel! I'm drooling! So much!
Did you also time my arrival? No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save everyone, and then I'm going to settle this between us once and for all.
I'm drooling! I can't stop my leak!
Probably Japanese translation is she's getting wet.
How were you able to get here, Makoto?
Since I used my tricks to hack into the program, he must have hacked in with his tricks too, right? That's also how you kept your memories, right? Even though you haven't aged a day, just like these guys.
If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to save everyone.
Don't you understand? It doesn't matter how you got here. As long as you're here, you'll be treated like one of my students. Which means you must respect my authority.
My authority.
I already know the risks of being here.
Ugh, you always had such reckless hope. I love you so much that you disgust me.
Hey, just what do you mean by trap? What is Junko's trap?
It doesn't matter. We can finally end this, you know? If we get out of here, it'll all resolve itself peacefully.
There's nothing saying that. Were we being told that we were the ultimate despair? Was that from the other Makoto? Then, wait. I'm now even getting more confused here.
After all this, I can't let you get in the way. The fact that you guys are even thinking like that is Junko's trap. Huh? She's lying to you about your dead friends coming back to life.
Yeah, I was pretty sure about that.
Oh, little old me!
Who do we trust?
If you knew Junko's true goal, you'd know she's lying.
You know her goal?
Is she trying to upload herself into us?
Yeah. Junko's goal is to convert the Hope Restoration Program to the Despair Restoration Program.
The Despair Restoration Program?
As part of the graduation program, your avatar's memory and consciousness is uploaded into your real body.
So she's trying to... She has to be trying to upload herself.
However, none of us expected that any of the avatars would get deleted. Junko has taken advantage of that opportunity. She intends to use her version of Alter Ego The AI she stole my friend's skill to create and upload herself into the bodies of everyone whose avatar was deleted.
Wait. Not what I expected. So that means there'd be 10 Junkos out there. Holy fucking shit.
What?
Then everyone who died isn't gonna come back to life.
It would just be a bunch of Junkos in weird-ass bodies.
They're gonna be taken over by Junko?
What the fuck? Like the real world, once an avatar is deleted from this virtual world, it can't be recovered. It's actually impossible to revive them.
That doesn't mean I was lying, you know? I just didn't make some things clear. And even if they're overwritten by my alter ego, it doesn't mean they'll be a completely different person. The data of everyone who died is stored within me, so I'm sure I can convincingly act out their personalities.
Don't mess with me.
In fact, I have a lot of data on Fuyuhiko, so I know some things that'll make you happy.
What?
I can play a version of Peko that's more to your liking than she ever was.
I said, don't fucking mess with me!
Operation Junkify All Mankind begins here!
And what happens when you do? And you're everyone. Then what? Junkify all mankind?
After uploading my alter ego into everyone who died, I'm gonna take over the Future Foundation's headquarters. And then, eventually, there's gonna be a whole lot of me's all over the world! With this, my despair utopia, where you can despair as you please, Junko Land, will be complete! That's Operation Junkify All Mankind in a nutshell. Oh yeah! Our dreams are expanding and...
That messed up plan is your goal?
Then why didn't you just kill all of us? If you did, you could have taken over all of our bodies. Wouldn't that have been more convenient for you?
Is that what you want me to do? Is it still too late to do that?
No. There's a reason Junko couldn't do that. That's why she made you guys kill each other.
The reason she wasn't able to do that? Was it because there was something she didn't do? So the reason is...
I see! I got it. It's because of the school trip's rules.
Even a monster like her has to follow the rules of the school trip?
Junko usurped Usami's authority as an observer, and her role as your teacher.
However, according to the rules of the school trip, even Usami had to follow them. That's why when Junko took over her position, she had no choice but to follow the rules as well.
So, the rules were protecting us?
Man, I was so annoyed. I had the authority to add rules, but no authority to delete rules.
And you couldn't hack that, thank goodness.
Oh well, even if I could have deleted rules, I was still busy with my whole taking over your bodies plan.
So you made us kill each other, because you couldn't kill us yourself.
Then, is that how you were able to increase the number of bodies you can take over?
Like I said, I personally didn't care about the outcome of the killings.
How dare you look down on us? Don't fuck with me. What about our lives?
Chump change.
I won't forgive you. I will never, ever fucking forgive you!
So that's your trap. You try to make us choose graduate, so you can take over everyone's body with the graduation program.
How can you be so cruel?
I still think hitting the restart button seems like a good idea.
Because Junko Enoshima is the true ultimate despair. She doesn't yearn for any kind of future at all. She fills every person she meets with despair.
That's my Makoto. You understand me so well. For me, despair is not a goal or a set of principles. or a lifestyle, or even an instinct. It's what defines me as Junko Enoshima. It's just my characterization. That's why I'm able to pursue despair with such purity.
Purity my ass.
So you're saying you only exist to fill people with despair?
For example, want to hear about a beautiful memory that even I, who gets bored easily, still remember fondly? Picture thousands of fools who are madly in love with me, dying one by one like insects doused with bug spray. And the best part is, they did it to themselves, you know?
Thousands of humans falling like dominoes. Oh, that memory is so beautiful. It made my brain melt.
Yeah, about that. Does that story have a happy ending?
They died, dumbass! What makes you think that had a happy ending? Could it be? Is she talking about them right now? It's the thousands of human dies. But I couldn't be talking about the killing school.
Damn it!
And... oh, you're fucking kidding me. That's right. There was like a ridiculous amount of reserve course students.
I see. Are you talking about the reserve course's mass suicide?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you're a survivor of the reserve course. By the way, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Bullshit.
Mass suicide? What's she talking about?
An incident where 2,357 people from the reserve course all killed themselves. Junko probably made them do it.
2,357 people? That's an outrageous number.
You don't have to be that surprised. You all look like your parents, friends, and lovers all died at once. That was so rude of me. There's no way you guys even have meaningful relationships like that anymore. I mean, you're all ultimate despair. You guys have already eaten your fill of despair.
I do not really know what you are trying to say.
Junko robs the futures of everyone she interacts with. You ultimate despairs are among her many victims.
If someone like me is born, that means the world is yearning for despair.
That face is just absolutely creepy.
That's wrong. The world isn't yearning for despair. That's the reason we can't let you escape.
But if you do that, you guys won't be able to return to the real world, right?
Save the world, or we escape and the world ends. Tough decision.
Huh?
Then again, I'm one of those people who would sacrifice myself for others.
If we choose graduate to get out of here, the graduation program will activate, right?
If that happens, Junko's alter ego will be uploaded into the bodies of the dead.
Does that mean we gotta stay here to keep her from getting out?
Pretty much. I still think that hitting that repeat button might be a good reset button, maybe. I don't think anyone's going to come back alive, but it might purge her from the system.
What the heck? Why does it have to be like that?
It's such a cruel fate for you guys. But it's awfully convenient for the Future Foundation. They'll be able to keep all the ultimate despairs, including me, trapped in this game forever.
Wrong! That's not it!
So we are all of the ultimate despairs?
But ultimate despair is hated worldwide, and their lives are no doubt targeted by the Future Foundation. Oh well, if you don't want to acknowledge that, I guess it just can't be helped. Can't be helped. LOL.
This is nothing to LOL about.
It's weird saying that.
But it's so ironic. You came all the way here just to find out that graduating is the wrong choice. Even though you came all this way to win the game, even though you kept sacrificing your friends to win. The goal you guys squirmed to reach was wrong all along. Isn't that just so fucking tragic?
Stop it!
It was all a mistake? Was this really just a mistake? Was it a mistake to think we'd go home alive all along? What about the killings in the class trials? Was this just a meaningless killing game where the ultimate despairs killed each other off? That This is just too...
Don't give up yet! There is a way you guys can get out of here without letting Junko out.
And that would be... Huh?
No, there's no way such a convenient... There is? Really? Well, that's the first I've heard of it.
She's heard of it? And it's a way Junko doesn't even know, right? But still, you don't even know if this is the real Makoto. I remembered.
Are you talking about the shutdown sequence?
Shutdown sequence? What is that?
It's a hidden command I set up in the Neo World program.
So it is him! Ha ha ha!
Hidden command?
Basically, I never believed the Neo World program was a perfect solution. There was always a possibility that Usami's hope might have made things even worse for you guys. So I prepared a way to shut down the program in case of emergencies.
As I recall, you said it was a command that not even the teacher can stop.
And that means even Junko can't stop it.
Dear me, I have an unfortunate announcement to make, class. You cannot activate the shutdown.
Why? Huh?
You know about it?
More importantly, do you know why? Do you know why you can't activate the shutdown?
The reason the shutdown sequence can't be activated.
I see!
Because there's not enough people?
That's why we were forced to kill each other off down to 5. You needed 6. But Makoto's here.
Pay attention, class. According to my information, in order to initiate the shutdown, out of 15 people, more than half of them must press graduate and repeat at the same time.
Wait. So you'd have to have 8 people press it at the same time? Five left. 3 more people would have had to have been alive. So did Nagito know about this? And decided to fuck it up?
Am I correct?
However, out of 15 people, including Makoto, there are only 6 people here.
Even if you want to cheat, I won't let ya.
The shutdown sequence won't activate unless it knows that different people initiated it.
Shit.
So it's totally impossible.
You totally saw through that supposedly hidden command? No need to worry. Even I knew we couldn't activate the shutdown.
You still came here when you knew we had no chance of winning?
Is there a hidden command?
It's not that we have no chance of winning. The only reason I'm here is because there is a chance.
Then try explaining it to us. What is this chance of winning of which you speak?
I believe...
What? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up since you're so puny.
I believe in them. I believe they will definitely come.
Back from the dead. I have no idea what he's referring to at this point. Them?
That's not something you need to take your time saying.
Wait, what? She was from the first game, right? She was one of the survivors. And someone else is going to show up too. From the first game? From the first killing?
Believe.
Wait,
Try
what?
putting yourself in our shoes before you drag
No, they were dead.
situations like this.
No, he was alive. He was alive in this world, and he died in this world, so... These are just... My brain's fucked up at this point.
Chiyoko! Byakuya! I knew you guys would come!
So wait. Kyoko Yakuya.
We'd be better off leaving behind someone who jumps to conclusions without listening to our warnings.
I'm sorry.
So wait, I mean the fat guy wasn't really him? Yeah, the fat guy really wasn't him. It couldn't have been, unless this is a digital version of him. But if it's a digital version of him, how did he get in here without Kyoko, or not Kyoko, Junko knowing? Because if Junko knew, she wouldn't be able to do this unless all three of them are, you know, fake people. And then, no, that wouldn't make sense because she wouldn't allow this to make it 8 people in here to be in order to initiate the shutdown.
Even though it took some time for 2 people to enter the program simultaneously, it appears we made it.
I would just say, now do it!
Hey, what's going on? Why are there more people again?
How exciting! I haven't seen these faces in ages. It's like opening your high school yearbook 10 years later.
I must say, now that I'm seeing her up close, she's much bigger than I remembered.
What? What kind of man isn't excited by big women? Once you gain some more experience, you'll understand.
Huh.
There's a lot of kinky things you can do with big girls.
Would you like to list them off for me? I'm a little curious.
Shut up.
Yakuya, you're alive. But you're so skinny now. I feel so bad for you.
Wait, why?
You shut up too.
Are you two also from the Future Foundation?
No, it's probably not just that.
Tragedy. If the Killing School Life is referring to that...
You guys are the survivors of the Killing School Life who previously defeated Junko, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's 3 of them here now?
The former heroes plunging themselves into the game world, ignoring all danger. Jeez, stupids! Making such a suicidal move! Did you really want to see me that badly?
Oh my gosh.
It can't be helped. In order to stop you, that suicidal move was our only choice.
So how about it? There are 8 people now. We have enough to activate the shutdown sequence.
Why are you crying?
You guys showed up looking all cool and stuff, and now all the ultimate despair.
I don't believe this crying, not even slightly.
Bigger chumps.
You said it again!
Just ignore her. As long as we activate the shutdown sequence, it'll be the end of her in this messed up world.
Something still doesn't seem right here. And this messed up world?
Hey, can I ask you something? If we do shut down the program, what will happen to us?
We will probably all die.
No need to worry. We won't let you get hurt.
Wait, what?
It's not just that. We want a more detailed explanation.
If you shut down the Neo World program, everything within the program will be deleted. It will obviously delete Alter Ego Junko, along with your avatars here. So you're saying we're going to be deleted too?
Hey, again, as I said, I'm willing to do that to prevent the world from being destroyed.
It doesn't mean you'll be deleted. The program will just finish without completing the graduation program.
Means you'll get your memories back.
What does that mean for us?
Your avatars will not upload, so you will revert to your original state before you entered the program.
So that means everyone in the... Huh?
Is there a reason to tell them all that?
They have to know everything, or else they won't agree to do it.
Hold on a second. If we go back to our original selves before we entered the program...
I'm gonna revert back to original selves before entering the program.
I see!
Does that mean we'll go back to being Ultimate Despair?
That's right! Back to being hopelessly controlled by me. When you used to feel despair upon despair.
No!
Are you fucking serious? Can't you do anything about it?
I understand your concern, but this is the only way to stop Junko.
It might be a painful decision, but I know you guys will be able to overcome it.
Can I still hit the repeat button?
That's why, in order to defeat despair, I want you guys to fight alongside us.
Well, wait, if we revert back to our previous selves, we won't remember this game at all.
We still have to fight? I thought we finally reached the end.
Don't worry. Once you get out, we will do our best to support you.
But I thought the Future Foundation wanted to kill every last ultimate despair. When you say support, do you mean I'll make sure you don't suffer when I kill you, or...?
Of course not. We would never allow that to happen.
It's gonna be alright. Your real bodies have just been brainwashed. That's why I'm pretty sure you'll quickly revert back to the state you're in right now.
Will you stop saying cheesy stuff like brainwashed? Washing your brain is, like, really nasty.
Just like the mushrooms growing out of your head.
But still, even if our brainwashing is undone, the memories we've made up till now will be erased, right?
Does that mean we'll completely forget everything we did on this island? I don't want that.
It doesn't matter what you want. That's the reality.
It's like we're fucked either way.
Every meaningless thing that happened here will vanish from your minds.
Meaningless? Vanish? Does that include her, too? We lose our memories of this world, we're going to forget she ever existed, right? If that happens, does it really mean that she, an existence combined to this world, is really going to disappear? She risked her life to protect us, and we won't even remember she existed.
Memory's not all that'll go back to normal. If you've lost a limb, like Nagito, it'll still be gone when...
Wait, what?
Please stop!
Going back to reality in that condition, that's like a bad joke.
You're not joking. That is your past. Nobody can escape their past.
Technically, by eliminating your future, yeah.
We don't know anything about that past!
Hey, why did we become ultimate despair in the first place?
I asked the same thing in the real world, but nobody would give me an answer.
It seems my teachings were quite thorough. However, if you ask me...
People who cling to stuff like hope, talent, or admiration are truly the weakest.
Huh?
Guys who desperately want to reach the top. They don't think about what'll happen when they're pushed off. They're probably too concerned with having a really nice view while they condescend to others. Shoving off guys like that is so easy. I happen to know 17,082 ways to do that.
I don't like condescending to people. I don't care how high I am at anything. I will either try not to be on top, but because I would not want to turn into someone like that. And I don't think anyone should be treated like that by anyone else.
The point is, the moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
That's not even an explanation.
Then, what if you think about it like this? It turns out that you guys being ultimate despair was just part of the game world. And in truth, those guys from the Future Foundation might be part of the game world too. They're simply side characters of the game world whose role is to offer hopeless hope to you guys.
How is that hopeless hope? I think it's just hopelessness.
Well, after saying all that, I don't even know what's real and what's a game anymore.
Are you kidding around?
Enough! My patience is wearing thin. Let's hurry and start the shutdown sequence already.
But if Byakuya really was put into this game and he was fatter, he couldn't be there right now.
Before you do that, we gotta do some reviewing.
Beep beep bop boop boop boop.
When you guys activate the shutdown, you'll revert back to when you were known as Ultimate Despair. And your dead friends will never be revived. And the embodiment of despair, aka me, will be erased. thereby preserving hope in the real world.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want, right?
Now then, will the hope of the Future Foundation win, or will my despair win?
Still think something's wrong.
Right. Things are starting to heat up!
This isn't a game, you know.
Au contraire. This is a game. The game of hope and despair that started with your killing school life. That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
You called us chumps again!
Because it's true!
Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake.
Huh?
There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people. Since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then. So, question. Who did I lure and how did I do it? The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
Same outcome as a killing school life? Do I just have to remember what occurred there? Junko lured. The method. Try connecting those dots. There should be an answer there. Logic drive! Ready? Go! Woo! Okay, it's gotta change at some point, right? I know sometimes I have a one-track mind, but this is a little weird. There we go. Haha! Oh, jeez, I had to do that! Okay, now this one is definitely different. What to lure? Future Foundation. I'm pretty sure of this one. Yeah, I was right. Freaking hell. One time I don't go in the middle has a boost. What big shoes to lure the first glitch? No. Ugh. Killings. Whoops. I didn't jump. That was my own fault on that one. I tried to, but I was too late. Yep, the killings. At least they're making this a little bit easier. I don't know why. I'm having an easier time with the complex ones than I was with the uncomplex ones. The jungle used to forge them. Watch the killings. Well, a caramel, gamera, or cameras. Thanks for the, really difficult choice here. Oh, I was right on all 3 accounts. I just accidentally killed myself on the killings.
It's all coming together. Got it. You used the surveillance cameras.
The digital surveillance cameras.
You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
Surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
In the previous Killing School life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school. You used the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding ding ding! I was broadcasting the Killing School trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
Thanks.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation? What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras.
Oh, do tell.
You sure did.
I will never be queen now. Please forget what you saw.
Tell us what you did.
So you guys were watching us? Then why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
I mean, why would you do that in front of surveillance cameras anyway? Wouldn't you use any place that didn't have a camera for those kind of things?
Not only that, the Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside. As a last resort, we considered cutting power to the program, but...
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
Honestly, I would accept my fate to save the world.
Even so, we kept trying over and over again, until it was finally possible for us to enter the program.
Obviously she let you in.
Just a short time ago.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone. If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes by the same killing game you guys played, that dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?"
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
Of course we made you do it for that reason. We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation. But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background. But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
Just 1 second, please! That sounds
as though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will. But that's precisely the truth.
Huh?
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program to provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime.
So we came in here just to... Did we contain the virus?
That's right. The reason the Ultimate Despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
That's just your imagination.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you! It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those Future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
They probably had to get into pods.
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule.
What happens if we do press repeat? Gonna make us go through the killings again? I think everyone here wouldn't do that.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
The other requirement to pass the exaggeration exam is Observer's final decision. But
I see. As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
But so if we chose to repeat, then she could just veto it. Oh my god, you could just freaking say that no, you're not allowed to graduate for anyone, and that's the end of the graduation program. Doesn't say that it's going to cause it to repeat.
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate. So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade.
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible. Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
We know that all too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh.
But no one ever talks about the repeat button at all. Still haven't talked about it.
Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Now she's just like asking us to.
Why not?
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit. There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
Yeah?
That is... well... Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone. It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now. What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
I was totally waiting for a protagonist to fly like that when I crushed you with despair, such ecstasy.
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Why does something seem like it's still fucked up?
Wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair.
They are.
That's the mastermind's job.
Wait,
and they'll
what?
be appearing very soon.
Wait, what? Mastermind? I thought she was the mastermind.
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind.
That seems pretty typical.
But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Isn't that the founder of the freaking school?
Izuru Kamakura?
But there was an image of him. I stopped reading because my brain just is going back to the founder of the academy.
I see.
Izuru Kamakura.
Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Hmm? Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura.
Wait a moment, in the previous game, they mentioned that name before, but they never mentioned it was the founder? I thought it was some other despair person.
It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy. Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
Yeah.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko Enoshima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Wait. What? Huh?
What? What?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
Bullshit.
Huh?
Alrighty. If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way! There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura! Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
So I'm the cause of the ultimate despair. And if that's the case, and she also gets released in there, both of us would be released back into the world. I would hope that the other people would essentially choose death over going back into the real world. I'm Zero Kamakura?
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Well, they did mention
Hajime's
that.
name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Now I look like I'm going
Izuru
insane.
is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
I'm the ultimate hope. The current me and Izuru Kamakura are... What did Hope's Peak Academy do to me?
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Oh, that's not it.
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all...
How can someone have such an amazing... In order to hide... Was he hidden in the reserve? Then Hajime's name is... There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name, ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute...
Could it be created hope?
I was thinking that the founder could have created hope by hiding his own name, maybe wiping his own memory.
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps student,
But
he
he
had a
created the
talent all
hope
along.
cultivation.
Ultimate...
How can someone from the have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
No, he didn't. Ah! Damn it! Things are making sense to me, but then they're not making sense after I
Good
find out they're
news,
wrong.
Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps, he had a talent all...
How can someone have such an amazing...
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Nope, that isn't it either. You went to the reserve group. I mean, that would hide his identity, at least partially.
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
But wait.
Then Hajime's name is fake? There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your...
Hey, you weren't lying.
I do not want any more
Could it be created hope?
Damn it, I was thinking like, he acted hopeless when being transported, but he acted like despair.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all...
How can someone have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
No. I didn't do it either. Damn it!
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve corps student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
Great, time's up.
Is it going to end here?
Yeah, I would like to retry. I don't know why anyone wouldn't.
No matter what happens, we will keep moving forward until the very end.
Ran out of time. Is it a shorter time frame on this one?
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for... He had a talent all...
How can someone from the have such an amazing talent?
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
Oh! Thinking the list of subjects because the name was Hajime in the list of subjects. Damn it! Freaking stupid piece of crap.
Good news, even though you were mocked, he
What
had
was
a
the
talent
last
all...
one
How
she
can
said?
someone have such an amazing... In order to hide... Was he hidden in...
Then Hajime's...
There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your fake...
Hey, you weren't lying.
I do not want any more last-minute...
Could it be created hope?
No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Damn it!
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a... He had a talent all...
How can someone have such an amazing...
In order to hide Izuru's identity.
I really thought... Oh my god, I did that twice now, didn't I?
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked, he had a talent all...
How can someone have such an amazing... In order to hide... Was he hidden in the...
Then Hajime's...
There's no doubt I've always had that name.
Then Izuru is your fake name...
Hey, you weren't lying.
I do not want any more
Could it be created hope?
That was it!
That must be it.
It was the freaking... I should have put created together.
Created hope. Are you talking about the hope cultivation?
It's create hope, hope cultivation. Should have fucking got that right off the bat.
Hope cultivation plan. What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create? For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates. Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder, and called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Wait, so... essentially I was created to be Izuru Kamakura?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts, to use them as lab rats.
So I was a dropout?
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
Because there were so many?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent. From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was... Hajime, who stands before you now.
And then everyone else committed suicide?
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Huh?
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy.
WTF, mate.
They exploited your feelings of admiration toward hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
What?
See? Didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Yeah, that's... I mean... because the actual Izuru was really old. And so... they artificially created him as a student. Young person to try and carry help forward?
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes. By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura. Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me. But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously. It's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb.
This is getting more and more fucked up every few minutes.
Avatar right now.
This is a long video because I'm assuming this is reaching the end, and I'd rather make it one huge fucking video. Because I don't want to stop.
Did they really do something like that?
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
But if I was already turned into despair, I'm just gonna go right back to that.
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Different person? How is he different?
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Wait, what?
Huh?
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Huh?
Emotions, thoughts, hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory?
It sounds like he is a completely different person.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
he'll disappear.
What?
Disappear?
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope Speak Academy.
But would that be a bad thing?
He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear? Disappear. Disappear, disappear. Disappear, disappear, disappear. Disappear. And it totally breaks down. Freaking got the Shining Gun. I'm actually going to end it here. I did want to continue it until it was over, but I think there's still quite a bit left. WTF, mate. Well, you guys know what's going on. I will see you in the next one.